Y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. As you guys read down below, you guys already know what's about to go down. But like I always say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a reaction video. I've been seeing this video all over TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, pretty much all over social media. And I'm like, you know what? Let me give you guys a reaction while I watch it or we watch it.
Here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester.
The title, I Married a Monster, and right now, just 30 seconds into the video, she's saying a lot has happened. So I'm assuming it's something between her and her husband. Now let's wait and see. That's just my prediction.
And yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born. And I said that I would be back soon. And that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that, but unfortunately it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband.
Wow, the heavy breathing tells a lot.
I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic.
Wow, she said it's a hard topic.
And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much.
You can tell in her eyes that she has been crying for days.
It's like I
nonstop
built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And
that's why we have to choose our spouse very wisely, because in the beginning it's just butterflies, and you have to choose your spouse very wisely. And sooner or later we're gonna see the individual's true colors. Everyone's true colors comes out eventually.
I truly held my husband, or saw him, as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare.
Wow. I wonder what he did to her.
So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met And
I wonder how they met. I'm gonna have to watch that video.
I really thought that that man was my Prince Charming. Um, so when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and you know, he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him.
That's crazy. It's, I mean, every human being has capability of this, but in the beginning it's like the honeymoon phase. You act like a person who you're really not, to get the person that you really want to like you, to want to proceed with you.
I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like, but
I wonder what
I
are they?
honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past.
Wow. Y'all, she couldn't even say that out of her own mouth. She had to write it on the screen. Mind you, it didn't happen to her not once, not twice, but 4 times. No woman deserves to go through what she went through. This is insane. I feel so bad for her.
It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things.
That's like trauma for her.
I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and
living with opioid addiction can be a struggle, trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and craving.
I noticed that
The pauses speaks for itself.
when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her?
Wow.
Oh, God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
Wow. Her own dad? Now this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. This is crazy.
I felt like my world ended.
That's crazy. This is like trauma that she has to live with her whole entire life. She didn't deserve this.
My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house.
She was
because I knew
she
it.
was thinking of she was honestly thinking of ways to, you know, go about the situation. And I'm glad she did this approach.
I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie, and that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my two older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister, because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together.
I'm glad she brought up the Halloween situation so she can get out the house and go about, you know, what she needs to get done to prove a point. And this is just a sad story, and for me this is just bizarre. You know, those are your daughters. Like, those are his own daughters, and he did that to them. He should be protecting her daughters. You know, save your virginity until marriage. Instead, he's doing that when he has a wife, a beautiful wife. If you're in the mood, or you want to be sexually active, let her know. She'll please you. But your kids? That's crazy.
So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters. Who are
Crazy.
only 2 and 4 years old.
2 years old and 4 years old. That's crazy. He needs to go seek therapy. That's unacceptable.
Saving on your education should be a right, not a competition.
I feel so bad for her. This is a mother's worst nightmare. No mother should deserve to go through this pain.
Feels like a dream.
She said it feels like a dream.
When this first happened, I just kept waking up every day and just hoping that this was a dream. Because it's literally my worst nightmare.
This is literally
It's my
trauma
worst
for her.
nightmare. I myself am a product of RAPE.
Wow.
That's how I came to be. And was also, you know, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And
No woman should deserve to go through this pain. And the fact that she was a product of RAP, I'm pretty sure she had a conversation with him about it. And for him to do it, mind you, to his own daughters, that's crazy.
I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. And I'm just not quite sure how this happened, why this happened.
The question will always be why. The pauses, the deep
I
breath
just
speaks
don't
for
know how
itself.
he was able to get away with it and so sneaky. Because of my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk.
He was very sneaky about it.
Like, I don't like
Very
sitting on
malicious.
people's laps. None of that. And he knows how much I cannot stand men like him.
Oh, so he knew. And he did it to his
And
kids,
to think,
his
like,
daughters.
I couldn't even go to sleep in my own house and know that my...
Y'all, this story is very sad. And it's just, now I understand the title. I married a monster. And she did. That's the sad part. And it's something that can't be reversed back. It's trauma that her daughters and her, especially the 4-year-old, is going to have to live with, unfortunately. If you guys haven't watched this, go check out the video on her page and check out her videos. But this is a very sad case, and I hope she gets justice for this and recover from this pain. Because no woman, no mother deserves to go through this type of pain.